Hey, Partha here. There is no electricity from last 2 hours, so because of its heavy rain over here, somehow I managed to do all the
Okay.
things. Please
Hi,
cooperate.
Partha. I'm
Hi.
Linda. Yeah, nice to meet you. Okay.
Hey, great.
Yeah, you're gonna make it. I think we're gonna be fine. Let's see. Yeah, but you have enough power for your computer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough charge and enough internet is there, but no electricity. Because of that, I little worried about.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. If it's meant to be, hopefully we'll be fine.
Yeah, because it's outside, it's too much rainy. Weather is not really good at all. Means it's
Yeah.
every day this time it's happening, and due to that pandemic there is some issue was happening in our building, so they are not make it correct that backup. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the reason we don't have electricity right now. If main electricity gone, so we have to spend some time to or wait some time.
Okay. Where are you right now?
Right now I am from India and it's Bangalore.
Okay. See the weather now there.
So
Okay.
i'm,
Sorry to
I'm
hear
clearly
that.
audible. I'm clearly audible.
Yeah, you're clearly audible. Yeah, I can
And
hear you
you
very well.
have my presentation with you.
Sorry?
You have my presentation with you.
I don't have your presentation. I only have my part.
Okay, no problem.
Hopefully, yeah, it'll be fine. The way we do this is I'm going to start off, I'm going to, basically start the presentation, tell us a little bit more about our company, to the viewers, basically about the product star, about the course, and then I'll introduce you and give the word to you. You'll do your presentation, and then we have the
Okay, no
question and
problem.
answer session after your
Yeah.
presentation, and then I'm just returning the screen to me at the end just to wrap up some things, a few
Oh,
slides.
great. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. So you've been in product management for quite some time now, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't have that option to share my presentation. I'm not able to see that option.
Oh, you're not? But let's see if our moderator, probably. You don't see, okay, I'm gonna, because I think it's because it's still the moderator controls basically the conference. I'm gonna do the demonstration on my screen, and I think then when I switch it off, you'll have the option to demonstrate your screen, hopefully. It should
Okay,
work,
no problem.
yeah. It's just that they have switched to this basically to this mode where you just see the countdown to the live, and I'm not sharing my screen either now.
Just a moment. Just
Okay, I just got a message from my colleague that she has given you the permission to share the screen, so it should be working, But we'll do that a little bit later because I'm going to be the one who's starting.
still I'm not having this option. Just let me check once again. I have that option: recording, pause, question and answer, share screen. Yeah, I got it right now.
Okay, good. We're going to start this now. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Hello, everyone who's watching us and who's with us today. We're here today with Partha. Partha, can you confirm you can see? Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
clearly able
Thank
to
you.
see.
So, welcome everyone. My name is Linda, and I'm from Product Star Global, and I'm welcoming you all here to our webinar today live. And today's webinar is called Transitioning to Product Management from Project Management. And today's speaker will be Partha Pratim, who is the product manager at Betech Technologies. So, guys, I want to say, hello to everyone who is, participating in our YouTube live chat. I can see Jagadish P saying hi, guys. So basically, to whoever who is out there already listening to us, I'm asking you to please, participate in today's webinar and be active and comment and ask questions. But first of all, I would like you guys just to basically introduce us to yourselves. Tell us who you are, where you're from, which country, where you're working, which company, are you already experienced in product management or just starting out? We want to know more about you guys. So we're very welcome to do that. And yeah, we're going to just start up and continue with our presentation. So yeah, as I said, send us your questions and your comments to YouTube chat. And, so we can all engage and, make most of our time together today in this webinar. The full recording of the webinar and the presentation will be available to you guys on our Telegram channel tomorrow, basically, already on May 31st. And of course, you'll be able to see it also on our YouTube channel. So for those of you who are late, I couldn't make it today. And also why I'm asking you to participate, guys, is because the best questions will receive cool gifts at the end of the session. One of the cool gifts will be this book, which is called How to Build, Habit Forming Products. It's a book on product management. And the best gift, guys, will be a free online course, from our company to you, which is a great, great gift. Free online product management course. The best question. So, just to tell you a little bit about us, product management course. It's our 6-month online course, and it consists of 60 lectures and 60 practical exercises from verified industry professionals. Our platform is an online platform, and it allows you to complete the course at your own pace, which is very convenient. So basically, it's in a standard procedure. If you take 2 lessons a week, it's a 6-month course, but you can do it as fast or as slowly as you wish, or as it's convenient for you. At the end of the course, we'll help you find an employer and prepare you for your job interviews. So that is also a great training that we provide. And there's also great networking opportunity. You can communicate with your peers within the course group and also receive mentor support. Just as we go on, I see in our, chat section, there's Dmitry who's joined us, and he's saying hi from Russia. He's in product management, field working in Russia. And then we have Aditya as well. So hi, guys. Yes, thanks for joining. And just to go on, what will be in the course? Yeah. So as I said, it's a 6 months course, and 6 months of training will be provided to you with the best industry top specialists. So as you do your 60 lectures, of theory, you also get your 60 practical exercises and workshops. So then there are webinars and workshops, live question answer sessions, group chats with participants, allowing for the free flow exchange of experience. There's the homework as well, homework part. You'll be doing homework after going through each of the lessons. And then you'll be provided with the video recordings of the lectures, and also there will be chat log materials, and also there'll be a homework assignment. You'll be able to go through that and see, what you've done right, what's wrong, and you'll get your feedback basically on how well you are succeeding in the course. There's a flexible study schedule, study you at a time which is convenient for you. The recordings will be available for you at any time. Then there is the graduation project. It means the full development of your work project or pet project, which will solidify the knowledge that you gain throughout the course. And of course, at last but not least, there's the employment assistance. which is the pre-interview training sessions and recommendations from course creators and guests. So, which is a very, practical, lots of know-how shared so you can succeed in the product management field. So who is this course for? It's perfect for marketers, first of all, yeah, who want to get into product management and build a career in product marketing. This course is also great for top managers, it gives you the structure, to your work and systematically develop, you can develop your digital projects and products. This is good for project managers. You can, learn to methodologize, for making product decisions and master the frameworks. And of course, this course is good for product managers. You can fill in the gaps in your knowledge. You can level up and discover new ideas. So this course is good for both, those who are starting out in product management and for those who want to level up and who already got experience in this field. So what results can you expect from completing the course? First of all, you can, guys, get a comprehensive knowledge base, necessary for your professional development, as well as lectures from the industry's leading professionals. You can get useful product management skills. You do lots of practical stuff, practical tasks in the form of homework and lots of, exercises. Then there are also, of course, the high quality contacts, and networking that we provide, with the industry's professionals. So you'll be, geared up to succeed. And here you can see also how our digital certificate, what it looks like. Basically, it certifies you have completed this how to be a product management course. Yes, guys, you can find out more details about the course by following the links, which are just below, this video, this picture of this video. You can fill out the forms where you can tell us your name, your country, your phone number, and your email, because we're also actively communicating with our, basically people who have signed up with us, through either phone calls or through emails or WhatsApp group chat. So you can, just be updated always and know what latest things which are happening. And you will be also basically updated always on the latest, webinars, what's coming out, what's the next thing, so you can participate in the live sessions and ask your questions here to our speakers. And now, yes, I would like to give the word, to our speaker today. His name is Partha Pratim, as I said, and he's been working in the product management field. So hopefully he'll be able to share some very good tips and good knowledge with you guys today. So welcome, Partha. I'm gonna, switch off my screen so you can switch on your screen and we can turn to your presentation. And guys, in the meantime,
Linda, thank you so much. And
yes, I can hear you as well. Yeah.
Am I audible properly right now?
Yes, you are.
Just 1 second, let me share my screen.
And we are saying hello also to Olmedo, Jesus Hernandez.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Right now, it's visible to everyone?
Yes, it is visible, yeah.
So today, how I planned, I just have a thought of kind of storytelling, and I'll share my experience. I'm going to share my professional journey, how I'm rolling into product management, how important that is, and how interesting domain that is. I'll explain my area, my experience, and later on, I slowly get into the product management, the most important topics over there. So slowly we'll get into over there. Thanks, everyone. So today we are going to talk about transitioning from the domain to product management. So this is small brief about me. I did my postgrad from Indian Institute of Management into Information Technology Management and Analytics. And I did my engineering into electronics engineering. Then I started my professional journey. So what would be the today's agenda? So today I'll going to share my professional journey and the product bonding with me. And later I'll also get into self-evaluation checklist while transitioning into product management. And then we come up with that QA session. So we will slowly look into all these. So how I planned, I split up my journey one by one and how I get into product management. So it would be really helpful to everyone how if they are into other domain or wherever they are, if they want to get into that, so how the experience can help to get into product management. So let me start. I have total around 5 years into product management. And while I started my journey, I started journey with Genpact. That time I worked into supply chain management domain, but that domain was supply chain management, but still I was not working with product management at that moment. So I worked that moment into analytics as an associate. Then I started with a very early stage startup company that is called Litmus. So they are into customer experience management product. So there I started working as a software engineer, and you know how the startup culture is. Means your designation is something, but you roll across the different domain, and if you really get into that product company, so there is a lot of huge learning how the product management works. So once I started that company, product was, you can say, in MVP phase. Slowly we get into that maturity phase. So I just want to share how we can start. So once we started, we have started with around 4 to 5 features, and it's very beginning. Slowly, 1 year down the line, we come up with 100 plus features, and once our client base going to get added day by day, the product complexity also going to increase day by day. So once we realize if we are entertaining each and every client, the product might be quite complex in coming days. So we started thinking about to baseline that product. And later on, if any specific requirement, advanced feature requirement, some complex requirement is there, we'll try to understand that how we can make it generic for entire customer base. So like that way, we same product we can use across customer experience management, employee experience management, and promotional experience management. Then I started working with that omni-channel product. Omni-channel in the sense digital communication. You can consider SMS, email, push notification, chatbot, IVR solution, and all company channels combined together in a single platform. These are called omni-channel product, and I worked with multiple products over there. And sometimes I worked with exposed API, because if you consider that a small or mid-level company, they are willing to use that specific standalone product. But bigger, if you are getting to that bigger industry, bigger company, they always try to integrate or directly go for automation part. So in that case, we are using exposed API. So big company can correlate with us and try to get our services in a smooth manner, in totally automated. There would be no human interruption or no human intervention also. So I used to handle from the requirement coming till understanding the requirement, as per requirement, giving the proper solution, and if product new product development need, and how to develop that, and how to make the generic for entire customer base. So here I used to work as a technical analyst, but that entire domain is product management. So every day basis, I need to deal with customer, multiple stakeholder, and you always, why you are into product management, you need to deal with cross-functional team. It can be your sales team, it can be your customer, it can be your marketing team, your development team, testing team, and another multiple teams. You have a person who is the individual communicator, and it would be like of core functional or cross-functional teamwork, team player. Then I started with another startup that is named Dashik, and it's a US based collection domain startup. So we come up with a fintech product, what could develop that AI, email, and big data product. It's totally into collection domain, and we develop such a product. It can help the collection industry come up with the best recommendation, whom to communicate, how many times to communicate, what would be the way to communicate and what would be the content to communicate. So like that way, we try to enhance the customer experience. So while I joined, started working with Dashik, at that moment, the product was very, very early stage and very MVP phase that moment. Same time, we had our entire source code ready, and slowly we try to develop that customer facing feature or multiple APIs to create the customer dashboard. So we codely worked with the product management along with multiple team and the core AI, ML, and big data product. And right now, this company is doing great, and they have a lot of clients in US market. Right now, I'll be sharing another fintech startup experience. Right now, I'm working over there as a product manager, and they have multiple fintech product along with the financial CRM product to maintain the everyday operation. So being a product manager, I have our entire development team based out of China. And in India also, they have multiple team. So how we are developing, we need to understand how the market into India, according to that, how to modify that particular product. And same time that competitive analytics is very important for each and every product. If you are developing such a product, similar kind of product might be available, multiple product might be available in the market. So how the way you can compare with another product, you need to very keen about how other product have their actionables, what functionality they are using, what kind of features they already have, what could we do from our end better to make the product unique and can lead the market. So right now we are working from the MVP phase to mid-level right now. Still a lot of things to develop. This is my professional journey. And right now, I am personally started one product platform named Product Management Consulting. What I am doing over there, I am helping a lot of product professionals and product startup across the globe. Same time, I am parallelly creating some product tutorial or session. If you guys are really means want to have a look, you can just go to that Product Management Consulting YouTube channel and you can just access the stuff, what it might be helpful for you guys. So right now we are planning to get into that self-evaluation checklist while you are transitioning into product management, and how it's really helpful if you are prior have a good high level knowledge on that or a high level idea on that. So how I have a plan to start with these right hand side, you able to see a lot of multiple points, and I'll go one by one. If yes, it's you are good to go. If no, there is no problem at all. You have to work on that. While you are trying to get into product management, you need to evaluate. We need to evaluate ourselves how efficient we are right now and how the great skill we need to get add on in the coming days. So first point, we are looking into problem solving. If you are considering a good problem solver, you are good to go. You need to work with cross-functional team player. And if you are into innovative mindset, that is great, well and great. And understanding the product, that is very important. Why important? While you understood what your product solving the end user problem, that time it's very easy to understand and come up with a lot of multiple solution and come up with great thoughts or ideas. What would be the product management? And listening to the right audience, right? Means there would be a lot of audience, but you need to justify who is the right audience from where you can get the right feedback of your product. And for product management domain, there is never ending learning. If you have a never ending learning mindset, you are an awesome guy. And design thinker. How the way you can think from a user prospect. Productized mindset and background matters. These things are the first checklist while you are getting into product management transition. If you are evaluate yourself by your own, that is very well, and it would be really helpful for each one of you, because these points are everyday matters in product management life. So being a product guy, how your day to day and how looks product management, how it's correlate with multiple department. Like you being a product guy, you have to deal with the development team, sales team, legal team, financial team, research team, marketing team, support team, and customer team. Along with that, each and every team you have to deal with different frequency. So your tuning always be very much portable. Means every department tuning might be mindset, or every department thought process might be different. According to that, you have to set your frequency, how the way you can communicate or you can get your work done in a great manner. That is very important for being a product management guy. See how the correlation and multiple domains like UX, tech, and business, how it's correlate, and where the product management or product manager standing. Today we will be talking about very high levels and the most important key areas into product management. Means while you are try to get into product management, your day to day you have to deal with multiple things. If you have this prior idea or prior things in high level in mind, so it would be really helpful for each one of you. So I'll be going one by one and add one or two lines to understand, and later some point of time we can get into deeper. Adapting the productized mindset means how the way you think while you are getting to product management, your thought process will be very much streamlined and very much goal oriented, very much problem solving keen, how to come up with the best possible solution to implement in your product. What is the product? So product could be the entity, it can be software, or it can be hardware in nature, or sometimes it could be the combination of both. And you just saw how the product management works and how it's correlated with multiple departments. Product discovery and ideate those pieces. Product discovery in the sense, what is the sources from there you can get the product idea, or backlogs, or how the way you can develop that. It could be your internal team, or it could be your external team. If you consider the external team, it could be the customer, it could be the competitor, it could be the market, so it could be anything. And while you're talking about the internal discovery sources, so you can consider your own product team, development team, sales team, marketing team, all comes under that internal sourcing process. And sometimes thought leaderships also means you are a very experienced into product management. From there also you come up with a lot of ideas, design thinking, and how it matters into product management. So how the way you think the best possible way you can solve the problem, you come up with the idea what can really solve your problem, and it would be an awesome product in coming days. Educate yourself, think from a user prospect. Means while you are thinking from a user prospect, today you are using one Apple iPhone. Okay, if you think whatever you are going to develop, you would be the first user, how you feel with your product. Once you start implementing that, considering you as a user, so that moment you always come up with thoughts and how the best possible way to can build a user friendly product and more robust product vision. Creating the product roadmap. For creating the roadmap, there is some distinguish in between startup and big companies. So for most of the startups, they are short goal oriented, kind of 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, what would be the roadmap? And for big organization, big MNC, they are always looking for at least 1 year, 2 years down the line, what would be their product roadmap? Identifying the right audience and right market. How to convert your ideas into product proposal, building an MVP product, and how to make the product slowly get into the maturity phase. Means if you consider you are going to develop a bicycle, what is the important for very beginning phase? 2 wheels, one handle, one paddle, and for sitting, one seat. and break also required. Once you implement that first version of your product or MVP product, you could have understand how your market is accepting your product. And slowly you come up with a lot of value added or new features, what can polish your product, what can scale up your product, and you can target multiple vertical market to penetrate your product. So like that way, from beginning phase, how slowly you get into that maturity phase, that also matters a lot. Then we'll be talking about competitive analysis. That is most important to develop a wonderful product. Competitive analysis, how it works. If you're considering a customer experience management product, most of the people heard about the SurveyMonkey. Okay, similar kind of multiple product already available in the market, like Medallia, SurveyMonkey, Quiltrics, Question Pro, Litmus, Capillary, multiple similar kind of product already available. So you need to justify or you need to come up with that list, how other company using their application or feature list, actionables list. So you can make something better or you can make something more scalable to stand out of market. So competitive analysis is most important area. Now we'll look into product growth. From the initial phase to that maturity phase, how the growth is involved. Product planning process. And for being a product management guy, while you are getting into product management, product development lifecycle or software development lifecycle, this is the most important area. If you have good grasp on it, it would be really easy to understand, or it would be really helpful for your day-to-day activities. Then we'll get into product lifecycle management. Then the agile and scrum. So nowadays, most of the company, they are going to adapting or already adapted that agile methodology. Some companies, they are using hybrid mix of agile as well as waterfall model. And the another important point is the reason of failure. Sometimes we are already developed such a big or complex product or features, but you might see a lot of companies, they are slowly obsoleting from the market, and nobody's are using, or if people have started using, the retention is not really good and the churn rate is very high. So in that case, you need to identify or you need to get the root cause analysis, why the reason for failure for any product or features. Benchmark analysis, that also quite important area into product management. Benchmark analysis, I'm just giving one small overview. Means you have 5 competitors already in the market. Out of 5 competitors, what is your position presently depends on the market, feature list, what actionable they are using from all prospect, how you are standing according to the other product. Product matrix. Linda, you are audible?
The thing is that there was a little bit of basically a delay in your sound. Can you say something now again? Okay.
No, not at all. It's showing slow internet or something because I told there is a very huge climate, so there is okay, right?
Yeah, I can see you now well, and I can hear you well. Guys, to those of you who are listening to us, we apologize for this technical problem a little bit slightly because, our speaker Partha is experiencing some weather, basically storm and rainfalls in India. So that's why there's, electricity is out where he's calling from, but he still managed to, provide us with his talk, with his presentation. So we apologize for that. But hopefully we won't have any more delays. Yeah, please go on, Partha. I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Thanks, Linda. So few highlighted points all are colored in yellow. So I'll just have a highlights on that. So I just made all this yellow color. So we'll be going to look into product metrics and how those are very important to measure a product, how it's performing according to the market or multiple features, how these are performing over the market. Product and feature requirement and pricing model. There will be multiple pricing model over the multiple products. So we'll be looking into few part over here who are very new to product management or planning to get into product management. So for them, it's really very helpful what all the stages are involved into product development life cycle. So you just have a look how it looks like from the discovery phase, then it comes under ideate phase, strategize phase, planning, design, implement, delivery, maintenance, and feedback. These are all the core stage into product management or software development life cycle. So once you have it, you just can deep dive while you are handy on that, or you have, I think so, a lot of ideas on that. It's really helpful into product management. Now we'll be looking into product lifecycle management. These 5 phases are involved over here: product development, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. How the graph, according to the time and sales, how it's moving around.
Partha, I'm thinking maybe you can switch off your video and just leave the sound on. That way, maybe the it will transition better. Can you hear me now? Sorry, guys. As I said before, there's a problem in India now with the weather, with the rainfalls, and due to those conditions, weather conditions, the electricity has been out basically. That's why we're having. Oh, okay, you're back now, Partha. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can able to hear you.
Yeah, the thing
Just
is that maybe we can
reshare that
maybe you can
screen
go
again.
on. Yeah, maybe you can go on with your presentation. Just switch off your video and just leave the sound on. Maybe that will be better.
Okay, great.
Yeah, try to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Can you share your screen now?
Linda, just a moment. Light came. Just could you please give me 1 minute to set up?
Okay,
Light
yeah,
come.
sure.
Just
sure.
one.
In the meantime,
1 minute.
okay. In the meantime, I would like to turn to you guys who are, seeing us and chatting live. Basically, I hope you can hear us. It's nice to hear, from new people who have come and joined us today, and also nice to hear and see, the returning, basically returning people like Prasant and, also Utkarsh, who have been with us, throughout other webinars as well. So yeah, guys, introduce us to yourselves and, tell us more about yourself. So, get to know each other better. We have like Sagar Kumar, who's working in startup as a manager, but also responsible for new product development. So I see you, Sagar. Also, there are also some questions coming in right now. We're going to do that a little bit later. Hopefully, Partha's presentation, and his connection can be back on. So we can go after the presentation to the question and answer section. But while he's fixing that, what else do we have here? Sagar and yeah, Chintia. Hi, Chintia. As I said, hi, Rasambi, who nice to see you again. I know you're very active with us, and it's nice when you guys are returning back and you're very active. So great. Aditya, Ukarsh is back. Sarah Kumar. Oh, I hear that my voice is also big for some. I'm sorry for that. Hopefully I'll be able to, manage this stuff. let's see, maybe we can go back to my presentation while Partha is fixing his problem. Just, to go on a little bit more, for those of you who didn't miss all the beginning. Just hold on. Let's see. Sorry about that. So yeah, while Partha is fixing his problem, we can just go back a little bit, to some additional info about Product Star Global. We're not giving away the gifts just yet because the question and answer section is still to happen, but we can go on basically a little bit more into this. So just to continue with my presentation, so profession product manager. I've been, in touch with you guys, calling you up over the phone just to find out more about you with the ones who have registered with our company, and asking you questions. Are you already working in product management? Lots of you are just starting out, or lots of you are just trying to transition into this field, basically. So just to say that about this profession, what it is, sorry. Oh, Partha is back. Sorry, guys. Can I hear you now? Can you say something?
Yeah, you are clearly audible. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. I just
No, it's fine. Of course, life. You can never know what may happen. It's fine. I'm gonna then stop my screen, and we're gonna move on with your presentation. Okay. I'm switching off my screen so you can switch on to your screen.
Okay, great. One moment, please. But it's disabled for me.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. Just a second. It should be fine any moment now. Is it still disabled?
Yeah, it's it. I can able to share it right now.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that your electricity is back on. So yeah. Okay, we're back. Yeah, please go on.
So right now it's visible to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible and I can hear it clearly as well. So yeah.
Oh, great. So again, we just have a highlights on that, how we're being a typical product manager, how the day-to-day activities and what they're driving and all these things. Means being a product manager, you are always helping the organization to ship the right product or products to your user, customer, or your client and deliver a measurable benefit to the organization level. And you would be leading that vision, strategy, design, and execution part. Important skill set are required to being an effective product leader. I always love to call it a product leader, not product manager. Always product guy means if you are considering yourself as a leader, you always lead to in a right direction. So to become a product, not become, these skill set always help to become a good product or good efficient product leader, like self-starter, task master, user empathy, customer obsession, ability to prioritize, good communication skill, ability to evaluate or continuous progress, and balance between getting the right things done or getting it right out the door. Typical day, how your day-to-day activities, because there is no predefined task, and your everyday might be always, there would be add-ons, like you can start with your day with stand-up meeting, clarification of requirement, and then streaming data analysis, meeting with a lot of stakeholders, prioritize the backlog, sometimes PRD creation, design review, and responding over your emails and supporting the products and to the multiple aspects. These are the ideal things, and along with that, it might a lot of added things can be added over there. That's why I make it and etc. how you can enhance your day-to-day, how the way you can enhance yourself, or you can become a great leader. Stay connected with our awesome product leaders. Read a lot how much you can, but always reading the right things. Explore your ideas, attend meetups, seminars, workshop, share your knowledge, talking with the product professionals, and explore your ideas, write the blogs, and share innovative thoughts. And try to explore, get into multiple product verticals. Like if you consider me, I work with multiple product verticals like fintech, AI, ML, big data product, customer experience management product, omni-channel, and CRM product. So multiple product, and along with that, still every time while I'm getting a chance to get into explore multiple product vertical, how these products are designed, how the way they are getting developed. So these would be really help you to come up with a lot of innovative ideas and critical thought, and how to solve those problems. Just we'll look into that small comparison between the consumer product and enterprise product. So always consumer product focus on the everything from a user prospect, and enterprise always depends on the business or buyer prospect. For consumer product, they always focus into scale up and virality of that product. And for enterprise product, they are always looking for sales, how much they can, and subscription based model. For consumer product, every customer or every consumer is an user. But for enterprise, all customer not your user. Then user experience is the key parameter for customer or consumer product. Reliability always better than usability for enterprise level product. And most of the consumer product, they are focusing on or below 6 months of cycle utility or kind of development part. And for enterprise product, most of they are looking for larger sale and development cycle always quite high. And for product management prospect, how startup and big organizations are working. For startups, big challenge are resources, getting the right talent, and for big companies, prioritization is the most challenging factor. Startup mostly focus on build for growth. And for big companies, they are looking for build to scale. Most of the startup are mostly, they are getting the requirement and run their product in a ad hoc manner. And for big companies, they are mostly focused on formal process they already predefined. If you are looking into startup, how they are going to always make up a roadmap, they are looking for 3 to 6 months down the line, how they can come up with multiple roadmaps or multiple backlogs they can develop on that particular time. And if you consider the big companies, so they are always focusing on 1 to 2 years down the line, ideally. For startup, they are focusing on new features, and they always believe on the competitive analysis, how other competitors are working, what actionable, what features they already have, and how the best possible way our startup can develop or come up with some unique things or unique features, so it would be can stand up across the multiple product. And most of the big company, they are focusing on later stage, like once the product get developed, how the sales and how they are expanding the market, all these areas they are looked into. For startup, product vision mostly the founder vision, mostly. And for big companies, the requirement coming from multiple competitive analysis and white space. This is the kind of product, being a product professional, how you can grow yourself. You can jump one by one, or sometimes you are getting into somewhere else. If you start with the associate product manager or junior product manager, slowly you can get in that product manager, and then senior product manager or group product manager. then director of product, VP of product, and chief of product, sometimes CEO also. You can become a CEO of your product or a CEO of your organization. So I'm not comparing into product management and project management. What I want to share, these all the topics we discussed today, it might be really helpful to become a, while you are getting to product management from other domain like project management or designer domain. So these point would be really helpful to get into deep dive into product management. So if you have a prior experience, that is well and good. And if you are continuously working on all these area we just discussed about, these would be really helpful for your upcoming days. And being a product guy, product management is the most interesting area, or you never get bored over here. Every day you are learning new things, and every day you are implementing a lot of new thoughts. So it's a never ending learning process. So please keep enjoying that. And this is my life lesson, what I learned from multiple aspects. First line, it is a kind of quote like, if somebody throw you stone multiple times, don't throw it back, keep it with you and build an empire with those. So for my journey, I got those kind of stone multiple time from multiple people, from multiple stages in my journey. But most of the time what I try to do that, I learn from all the struggles and try to make a better me every day. There would be a learning page each and every day. You can really enjoy that product management area. So almost we are done with the presentation for today. So I would love to get you, if you have any queries or if you have anything to share with me, it would be really great.
Mhm. Okay, thank you so much, Partha. Yeah, yeah, we can move in, move on with the question and answer session. So we have
Yeah.
had some questions coming in, guys, and you can, please send us more questions because this is the part, you can use the opportunity to ask the speaker. Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very insightful, very informative, and you gave a lot of personal tips as well. So that's a
Actually,
very
I
nice
had a
personal
lot of plan, but due to that means surroundings, I somehow lost myself because there is no electricity from
Yeah.
around morning, and suddenly it's come. So
Well, thank you so much because we appreciate, with all these, background conditions that, you did very well. Thank you so much. So let's move on with our questions. So who do we have here? Achintia is asking, what is the difference between product managers working in a startup companies as opposed to working in a market leader company? And what adjustments are required while going from startup to market leader?
So just I highlighted this part, means if you are working in a startup culture and same time other people are working in a big organization or big market player, means that thought process. And see, if you have a working with a startup, you have much limited product, or for entire product you would be the one person who can lead the product. And same time, if you are working for a big companies or big product company, for if you consider Facebook, okay, for each and every functionality they have multiple product manager or product leader to maintain day to day, improve that. So in that case, for being a startup guy, you have to work with a robust and very dynamic ways, because you are the only person or very couple of people would be into product team. There means here opportunity of work is too high, and there would be a great learning, because every stage you are going ahead you will get stumbled. So a lot of hits you will get over here, and there are a lot of learning into both scenario. But for being into startup, it might be being a product person, you might handle a lot of cross functional area along with your product. And for while you are into big companies or MNCs kind of, they are already market leader into the industry. For them, they have a very specific role, and they are always focused on the same feature or same product, how to make it more scalable, more robust, more reliable. Uh, so thought process is little different.
Mhm. Thank you. And Prasant is asking, how important is it for a person to understand the domain when they want to transition from project to product management?
Yeah, that is a pretty awesome question. So for product guy, so there is no specific domain. Okay. So for product, today you might work for fintech domain. Tomorrow might you need to work with IoT. Day after tomorrow you might work for some omni-channel product. If you have that cross means multiple vertical product domain flavor, so it really helpful for each and every product guy to make the product or develop the product, come up with most best possible solution. So it'd be helpful for us to come up with a lot of inputs and value addition from multiple domains. That is really helpful for each one.
Mhm. Thank you. Sagar is asking, I don't have an MBA degree. Does it affect my product management skills? I have a mechanical engineer's degree.
Okay. So that is means most of the time I heard about that people are asking, I'm not an MBA guy and I'm really fit for product manager. So frankly saying, for product being a get into product manager, there is no MBA degree is mandatory at all. Okay,
Mhm.
if you are passionate about product management, you just first stage you need to know what a product call and how the product management works. Once you coming from mechanical background also, there is a no problem at all, because I have personally knows a lot of people, they are coming from mechanical background and other domain that is not really a software domain or into product development domain, but nowadays they're doing or they're leading the industry. So for any big get into product management, there is no MBA degree is required. One thing that is required, that is passionate about product and how the way you are learning every means a lot of learning is required. And the right thing what you are reading or what you are learning day to day basis, that is very important. You should have get in the right track and hang out with a lot of product professionals guy, they are really passionate about. There are a lot of contents you can get, a lot of value added points from product star global. There are a lot of great speakers, they day to day they are coming up with a lot of good kind of stuff, so you can watch all those. So slowly you also getting into product management and you also means boost your scale up day by day.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Arun is asking, what is digital product management? If you can just sum up a little bit about a digital PM.
See, I'm not, frankly saying, I'm not really too much clear about digital product. Means whenever I work on most of the product are digital. Digital in the sense, uh, means what kind of things, if you could have specify, you are talking about that automation part, digital means if you just specify that question, so it would be really helpful to come up with that right means.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, Arun, the question is a little bit general, if you can maybe just specify exactly.
Because
Actually,
product is combination of digital automation, everything's get into product, but few people are specific terminology or specific designation like means digital product manager. I heard about that, but I'm not really aware about means how specific means it's differ from the normal product manager or technical product manager.
mhm. Okay, Achinti is asking, if a company has multiple products which are evolving, how to determine and plan the product's maturity as each product will have different maturity time frame?
Could you repeat it once again?
Yeah, if a company has multiple products which
Okay.
are evolving, how to determine and plan the product's maturity as each product will have different maturity time frame?
Okay. So first of all, while you are talking about a group of products, so most of the time for group of product, multiple people are involved over there, because each product might be pretty complex. So for one single guy, it might be not really easy to handle that product. So for means multiple product, there would be multiple decision maker and multiple product guy. So they could have means if you are considering right now, you have five product already up and running or maturity phase in your product in your company, and at the same time your company is planning to go for another product. So mostly what I noticed while means a company are looking for to get into another new product, they mostly assign another guy or new guy to do the means ground research, what would be the product MVP, and slowly how they can make means get in that maturity phase. So means for a group of product, I don't think so one single guy is handling the entire thing. So multiple people would be there. It would be really helpful. Means you can say group of product or group of group product manager, but along with him multiple people are working. So all means some cases individual person is working on the new features or get into that new developing the new product, but the same time for each product individual person are assigned to go ahead with that.
Thank you. Aditi is asking, in the initial stages, apart from the UX and marketing research, what other areas you'll look into in the initial area to get the initial picture of product marketing?
Just let me show one thing once again. So while you are just started your career in product management, this I already highlighted this part. If you have a quick high level overview on that, that would these points would be really helpful. If you have a good means you are a good grab or you are means known about that product development life cycle, how from requirement coming, requirement analysis, uh, strategize, development, testing, release, maintenance, that entire product development phase, it's very important for who are getting to product management and how the product life cycle works. And to measure your product or to measure your feature, that product matrix is very important. I'll show you once again how, within a product matrix, how many these the yellow color mention point like customer lifetime. These are the very important metrics. Don't get into all this, but just know if you just know about product metrics, product lifecycle management, product development lifecycle management, these are the key area. And slowly once you just get into product management, you'll get adapt other skill set also. So don't means get into all this, but first of all you just go through all this part and later slowly you get into more deeper.
Okay, thank you. Prasad is asking, saying basically, as a project manager, one needs to act and get a thing feature done in a timely manner, whereas the product manager needs to take time and do a lot of research before building a product. So how did you overcome this in your transition period? He's asking.
Okay. So for product manager is very easy to means transitioning into product manager because they are already means working with that agile methodology part, and they are developing the project in the sense they already have the clear requirement and when to deliver that and what would be delivered, each and everything already predefined. So it's a smooth way to deliver anything. But for product development part, while you are getting to product management, so every day, today what you develop might be tomorrow there would be a lot of changes, and day after tomorrow might be a lot of new things added and the old things get out of it. So you are already into project management, so you are very smooth with day-to-day activities. So what the new things you have to do over here, you have a good problem solving thought process and how the way you can make that present product in an enhanced way. And you need to very keen about what your customer is looking for and what problem they are facing and how the way you develop such a product, your product can solve the issues. So product management, it's a means a problem solving kind of things, and you are the person or you might be sometimes would be the decision maker, what to develop, how to develop, and how the means user experience would be the best way.
Okay, Utkarsh has the next question. So about the how does business model relate to acquiring customers and how will it impact your design?
Could you please come across one again?
Yes, I'm trying to understand. It's about a business model for acquiring customers and
Okay.
how will it impact your design?
So if you are considering that multiple pricing model would be the most important area to acquire the customer. So if nowadays you look into multiple products, there would be that freemium based model, subscription based model, premium based model, yearly subscription based model, and a lot of companies, they are going for what customer is doing. They will develop particular custom feature, and for that they will ask for this much of quotation. So means you have to first figure it out what kind of target audience you are looking for. If you are targeting particular market or particular area, what kind of audience already available, how the way they are thinking to adapt your product. So most of the company, most of the product, how they are doing, they started initial phase with freemium model. They let them user use the product and start adapting the product, and slowly they come up with a charges model, and they get into premium, multiple premium model. And you can create a premium model into baseline product. For this particular baseline product, you might have this premium model. If you going for some advanced feature, so you have to pay something else. So like that way, this is the one kind of approach to acquire the customer. And it depends on what kind of product you are going to develop. And for this, because there is a huge market and a huge particular product, so it would be very much specific what kind of product you are going to develop for this particular product, which kind of audience you already have. Like that way, you need, means a lot of decision maker would be there, or board member, or being a product guy, you also come up with a lot of thoughts how you can design the pricing model and while acquiring the customer.
Mhm. Thank you. Sagar is asking, does product manager working in a startup feel more pressure because of less resources and funds than the established business?
Yeah, that is pretty means very true, because the last 4 year I'm working with a startup, multiple startups. So here what is the challenge, while most of the startup company, they are looking for multiple, if they have multiple clients, they have multiple custom requirement. There is no specific or baseline product in initial days. Okay, so for them, what would be, they would be working with multiple team. And always for startup, the product team always very small most of the time, what I notice. Okay, so pressure in the sense, how the requirement coming and the meeting the deadline, and within the deadline you are delivering the right product. Because if you are delivering the right product, so you can make the another deadline on time. Unless if you deliver something and full of bugs or full of error, that might be take another time, and it can consume, or if that would be it your another product timeline. So it would be very crucial for you always, you need to very much keen about how to design your buffer time, and how the way you are capturing the requirement, and how the means whenever you are capturing the requirement and understanding the requirement, you need to always understand how the way you can make it generic for entire customer base. Because if you have 50 clients, and 50 clients come up with 50 different requirement, and all requirement are custom requirement, so you need to figure it out how the you can create a single product along with all the features and fulfill all the needs. Most of the times not fulfilling all the needs, you need to understand what to develop and what to not. Sometimes you, and you need to make your client or make your customer what you already have, and how with your present product they can solve their existing problem.
Mhm. Utkarsh is asking, is the team empowered to solve the problem autonomously in startup, just like an established company? Is there typically a lot of healthy debate and pushback, or is the team eager for someone else to make the difficult decisions?
Could you please comment?
Yeah, the thing is that he's asking about is the team empowered to solve the problems autonomously, basically on their own in
Okay.
startups, just like in established companies? Is
Okay.
there healthy debate or pushback questions, and or is the team eager for someone else to make the difficult decisions? It's basically about actually he's asking about the way it feels, in a startup. Is it, does the debate take place there, or are they just basically transferring the difficult decisions to somebody else?
Okay. So I just make the answer like that way for startup. So most of the company means consider each employee a good contribute means idea contributor. Okay, so they are always evolve what kind of idea, what kind of people is coming across. Okay, they are evaluate each one's idea and try to come up with the which one is best, and sometimes they give the decision making authority to the developer sometimes. Okay, so means they can come up with their own idea and their own how the way they thought, how the way they can deliver that product, and how the functionality is working, and how the way they are solving the problem. So for startup, I thought there is much more liability, if not liability means freedom, freedom of thought and freedom of ideas, and they always try to evolve or try to understand what kind of idea means across the team, means it can be multiple people come across. So for startup there is a lot of freedom to think and freedom to solve and freedom to develop according to that means big organization or big companies.
Mhm. Thank you. Achinti is asking, how would you prioritize resources when you have multiple, say, two or more important things to do, two or more priorities, but you can't work on all of them at the same time?
Okay, because day to day basis I am facing the same thing. Okay, so it's pretty crucial sometimes, because if you consider you have 10 people of development team, and out of 10 people, two five you can separate out five team working with small project or small product. So in that case, in that moment some new requirement comes, and that new requirement people are thinking too much, means prioritize. They also means earlier two product or two feature they are working on, two backlogs they are working on, and another additional requirement or backlog that also most important like earlier two. So in that case, how we can use to do, so out of 10 people here, five people already working on another one project, and five people another working on another one. So in that case, we need to understand what kind of requirement, how complex that is, and for that what already means timeline they already predefined for the earlier two already means running project or running development. So in that case, how we can do that, we could do that, we depends on the urgency, depends on the priority. You told these three means earlier also and new addition also most prioritize or similar kind of prioritize. So we need to figure it out, depends on the complexity, which team member are really familiar or can do that particular development in a robust or very efficient or very time consuming way on before time. So we can pull a few people from there and try to make them work on the new requirement, and we need to balance, depends on the situation. There is no predefined rule or nothing.
Mhm. Thank you. Rasham Pandit is asking, how difficult is transitioning from a non-software industry like the automotive industry to a tech industry for a product manager's role, and how should one go about it?
So I also come across multiple times a similar kind of questions, because if people are coming from tech background or development background, or they already coming from technical project management, so for them it's quite easy to get into product management. And who are coming from non-technical background, there is no barrier at all. Don't think like there is a very big difficulties. So for you, just few things you need to means what we discussed today, just means try to get into involve the high level how these are working. And once you get in the transition into product management, you have enough kind of team, they're always there to help you out, or there is a lot of enough steps you can learn by your own. You can do a lot of product course, and you can say means product star also providing wonderful courses, you can just go through over there. And before get into, you just for your means comfortableness and for your self evaluation, you can go through 2 to 3 courses or one or two good courses and get some suggestion from good product people, and you can get a flavor how the product management works, and how it's not really tough at all. It's very interesting, and if you really have the passionation, you can achieve that, no problem at all.
Thank you. KA is asking, How would you describe the similarities between product management and project management, both in terms of soft skills and hard skills? The similarities.
So in that case, project management and product management, soft skill in the sense, just let me get over that once earlier slide so I can. So for project manager, all most of the things are predefined, okay, and sometimes they have their own team to develop or to get the project done. Same time, for product manager, being a person or team member, they have to work with cross-functional team. So second point, cross-functional team player. Okay, so you need to have a very good team player, and you should have a very good bonding with across the team to how the way you can get your work done. And the similar way, other team also need your very deep support to get everything means out of the door. And so communication skill is very important for product manager, because every day basis you are dealing with customer, multiple stakeholder, your internal development team, testing team, your sales team, marketing team, your CEOs, your board of director, your sometimes your investors also. You have to show the product plan. So for product management, you should be very cool from a soft skill perspective, and always to be a good listener.
Mhm. Thank you. Utkarsh is asking, are the product manager's responsibilities as wide in domain as those of project managers?
See, for both domains there is lot of opportunities is there. It depends how skill set you are carrying with. So there is no barrier at all for product manager. Like there is a big ocean, for project management also there is a big ocean. It's totally up to you how the way you can design yourself, how you can add value added skill within you, what really coming future domain you are going to work with. It's totally up to us.
Mhm. And what suggestion or advice you will give to showcase in your portfolio or basically what should one showcase in his portfolio while transitioning to product management?
Okay, so just let me come once my journey, so it would be really helpful. So if you consider my journey, I just correlate your question, so I just get into over there. So while I started with Genpact, that time I really not working with a product domain, and then I started with a very early stage startup company with customer experience management product. So there also initially I don't have any idea what is called product and how the product management means. I don't have any idea what these are. Slowly, once I started working with a lot of new terminologies, scrum, agile, requirement, backlogs, uh, releases, testing, development, each and everything comes across me. And I just find out how important and how passionate I am about product. So slowly the interest level get into me, and I personally deep dive into product, means because I'm not really get an easy chance to get into product management. So I learned a lot from multiple sources, like multiple courses, multiple, I learned from multiple people across the globe, and slowly I made myself get into, means every day basis I am scaling up myself. Okay, so means transitioning in the sense, I think so, means how tough or how there is, means if you are going to achieve something means high achievement or a high goal fixing you are fixing right now, so you have to invest that particular, invest in the sense how the value you are adding each day from the skill set prospect. So it depends on how the way you are learning, and slowly you are getting into product, because in one day overnight you can't get into product management. You come up with a lot of problem solving skill, and this is a entire practice process. So slowly this kind of skill set means you can consume within you and become a great product leader. Means there is a no shortcut, nothing. You have to spend time, you have to add value within you, and a lot of skills you need to have, and everyday basis you need to learn a lot of new skills. So like that way you can enhance yourself, you can enhance your skills. So it's not a means tough task or not an easy task. It I'm not getting into that tough and easy. It just means totally depends on how passionate you are and how you are adding the value or you are adding the skill set within you.
Thank you. Achinti is asking again, how do we decide about baselining a product and at what stage? What if we start getting customers who feel that the baseline product is offering more than their customers need?
Okay, so just let me get into over there. So I'm just taking one example, that customer experience management product, and how the baseline is very important, because once we started with that MVP phase, so same time we are eager to get a lot of requirements from multiple customer. Okay, so we don't want to means disappoint any kind of customer in the beginning phase, or means any point of time we don't want to means make disappoint. Okay, so we are getting everybody's custom requirement and we are starting development, but you are continuously develop complex in a same product and requirement coming of multiple source, because while requirement coming from multiple client, their thoughts, their requirement, their industry might be different. Okay, so in single product you are embedding everything or you are developing multiple features with a single product. So configuration part and sometimes means maintaining that product would be little complex. So that time most of the startup or most of the company, if big companies, they always come up with the baseline product. And for if you consider the startup, they come and accept everybody's requirement in the beginning phase. Okay, so once they at least come up with a stable they're stable into the industry, so they slowly try to make that product baseline. So for baseline in the sense, for this product feature list for this particular product, if some custom requirement comes, some advanced feature requirement is there, so that would be different from that, because for that pricing would be different, development effort would be different. And before that, the important things always going before going to develop, we need to means analyze how impactful that new development. If everything going smooth, we are getting guide from every team, means other department or the architecture level, so we slowly try to make the new requirement also means for entire customer base. So baseline in the sense to reduce the complexity of the product. And if some client or some companies or some customer, they are looking for some advanced features, so that would be different case. Or for standalone customer, we can customize that particular product also. So baseline is very important for each and every company, unless the means maintenance and maintaining that product quite difficult or complex, becoming day by day.
Thank you. We're just going to do a few more questions and then we'll be done with this section. So the question is for product cycles slide. How will we decide that we are done? If that seems a long way off, what are some of short-term definitions of done? Are these goals specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time constrained?
1 second. You are talking about this slide?
Yeah.
Just can you just repeat it to 1 second?
Yeah. The question is for product cycle slide. Yeah, product cycle slide. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah. How will we decide that we're done? If that seems a long way off, what are some short-term definitions of done? Are these goals specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time constrained? Basically, the stage of being done. Yeah, in the product life cycle.
Being done means a full stop, means most of the time it's not applicable, because means once that cycle is complete, maintenance and feedback, if you are getting some most value added feedback, we try to develop that, we try to scale up. So means definition of done is means I never saw in that picture, because every time there is a evolve into development, that is continuous process. Means if you can consider this first version is complete, but in the second version, the same thing we can develop in a more scalable way. So means we don't feel the means. I personally never get into that done means. Done always applicable for project means. If you are getting the requirement from third party, this is the requirement, this is the clarity, you got it and you develop it and hand over to them. Okay, that in that prospect you can say that is done. But for product development life cycle, if that means deliver also done, then maintenance and feedback part is very important, because we are getting multiple feedback from clients and a lot of sources. Okay, if you are getting good feedback or really important feedback, we again work on the same thing and try to make it more robust, more scalable, and in a different way.
Thank you. Lena is asking, is there any difference between PMO and product manager? Will Prince 2 certificate help me to change my career into product manager?
See, I frankly saying I don't have the certification of Prince 2, but these are really helpful. But I means personally feeling that is not mandatory. But if you still have that, there is no problem at all. For product management, you can adapt a lot of skills from a lot of sources. Means no proper certification, because nowadays a lot of organizations they are providing the certification. These are really helpful to scale up us. So this Prince 2, what I understood, this is mostly applicable for project management. But if, these are, if you have done that, that is also might not might, that definitely help you over here also.
Shubham is asking, how can one who transitions from project management deal with a situation or discussion which requires good tech and design understanding?
What I understood, how smooth that means transitioning from project management to product management, right?
Yeah, which requires good
I think
technical and design
I
understanding.
already addressed that part right earlier. Still
Yeah.
again I'm saying, if you are a good designer or a project means project management background, so for designer, how the way you are creating the prototyping frameworking, being a designer, you are dealing with the product design every day. So for you, for personally design and project management, there is quite easy to get into product management.
And the last question we'll answer will go to Rahul. Rahul is asking, I'm from product operations background. Do I get some benefits for entering into product management?
Definitely. See,
yeah.
product operation means in the sense, means in my earlier organization, they have a lot of product operation guys. They are directly deal with the customer. They are deal with the product training. So they are very much good understanding to how their client is looking for, what kind of requirement that they are expecting. So means being a product operation guy for you also very easy to get into product management. And we already discussed about a lot of skill set. If you are familiar with all these things, so these are all added with you already.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we have had quite a long question answer session. Yeah. And thank you. I think your answers are really passionate. I can see, you're so experienced and you're passionate about the subject. So if you just, if you could switch off your screen, I'll switch on back to my
Oh,
screen.
great,
I'm
no
going to
problem.
finish off my presentation now. Yeah.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, I'm just switching on mine. Okay, so where we left off. So what's next? So about the profession product manager. So returning to product Star Global and our online 6-month product management course. So just to remind you guys who joined us later, the duration is 6 months. It's taking place on online platforms, so you can access it from anywhere and anytime. There's a training with practical exercises. Yeah, so as we can see in product management, you just really have to get a lot of practical and know-how and knowledge and experience shared with you in order to succeed. And the availability is, of course, for a lifetime. So what you get is basically we can help you with your employment throughout the 6-month course. There's emphasis on the practical application of your studies and your newly gained knowledge. There are practical exercises after each of the 60 lectures using case studies from industry-leading companies. And then there's the mentor support as well. So each of you will be assigned your own personal mentor who will help you to get through the course and to finish it and graduate successfully. So if we talk about our speakers, our speakers, as like in webinars as well, we have people from all over the world who have succeeded, in various world-known companies like in Microsoft, Skyeng, Booking.com, Google, Microsoft, Shell, you name it basically. So we, really have lots of experienced people on the panel. So if we take a little bit deeper look at the program, basically what you'll be studying throughout the 6-month course, you start out with the basic product manager skills, then we move on to skills for mid-level product manager. Then we learn about the mobile products, and we continue with product manager level up. And then the end, as I said before, is the thesis, your graduation project, and you also get assistance with your employment, basically. You can find out more details about the course. You can follow the links below, just below this video picture. You just fill out your name and where you're from. We'll be glad if you leave us your phone number and your email, so you can be in our WhatsApp chat group. You can get all latest updates. Also email. Yeah, and don't be scared if somebody from an unknown number is calling you up. It's just me and my colleagues. We're just trying to be in touch with you guys to learn more about you and to get more feedback, so we can do even a better job at delivering what you want to hear from us in these webinars. And we can discuss the course details and whatever it is that is interesting for you, basically. So now we've come to the part, in our presentation and our webinar, where the best questions will be rewarded. So as I said before, the greatest prize is one free place on our product management course, and the other winner up, is going to get the book, Product Management. So what do you say, Partha? Who should we give the prize to? There were, of course, a couple of guys who are really active. Yeah. Sorry again.
Yeah, this is a very tough question for me, because everybody is means very much passionate about. I'm really thankful to be with me till right now. So means it's totally up to you and you guys how you can come up with that.
Okay, let's do that. I noticed you like quite a lot of questions, but you specifically, one question stood out for you, was asked by Prasant B, who asked the question about domain, and you said, what a great question. So, and Prasant was also one of the most active guys in the live chat section. So I think we should give the free course to Prasant B. So congratulations, Prasant. You should be getting in touch with Yulia Kenya, and we can discuss the further details on how you can proceed with the course. And the book will go to another active participant, I think, right? So let's give it to Achintia. Yeah, he was also very active guy. Thank you so much for so many questions. Yeah. So yeah, great guys. Congratulations. And just moving on, just to wrap up some things. So if you go to our website, you can you can just basically click on the homework section where you can test your product manager skills. There's a chart, and you'll be asked to fill in your information, basically your name, and then we'll ask you to, basically honestly answer all the questions we have there, and where you can rate yourself at a scale from 0 to 5, where 0 means that basically you're just really starting out in the product management field, you don't really know anything about it yet, and where 5 means basically you're really a top manager in this field, and you're already very experienced. So do that, guys. We're welcoming you to do that. And yeah, follow us on our Telegram channel, productstar.org, sorry. And yeah, we have had a very nice, insightful, presentation and webinar. So thank you, Partha, for that. I can see that you're really, as I said, very passionate about the subject, and you really shared a lot of personal details as well. You gave lots of great advice to our listeners. I think they appreciated it. So thank you so much. So the last word goes to you.
Thank you so much, Linda, and ProductStar Global for giving the opportunity to work with you guys and come up with and try to collaborate with a lot of people. And I tried my best to come up with the question, because of the situation, I'm not really out of my mind sometimes. So
No, it was great time we had together. I think, yeah, it was very insightful and very helpful. So thank you all, everybody who participated with the questions in the live chat. Yeah, for those of you who didn't make it, please watch us on our Telegram channel and our YouTube channel. So everybody, have a nice day, have a nice evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and yes, thank you. Bye, Partha. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.